Welcome back, comic book fans. It's Rusty again with Collector Auctions, and here I am still at Heroes Con. We are in the middle of day 3 at this point, and while I do have just a small show and tell today, we do go to a lot of different artists, but I've already shown you some of the books from some of the artists. So what we're going to do is I will show you a lot of footage right here. We'll come back, I'll do a little show and tell, and then we'll talk a little bit about going to CGC as well. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back.
Them saying stinky, so they burned them all. Could you imagine? It doesn't happen anymore. It just used to happen. Right, but the cat's out of the bag now. Every dealer in here is starving for support. That's why we all run around like cats going, hey, got something, got something.
I run my own. What is this exactly?
This is the 5 Fabulous Decades of Marvel.
I haven't seen this one yet.
This came out in like '92. When, 50 years, right?
Yeah. They haven't done this kind of colored logo in a while.
And 33 years of getting stuff signed. So instead of trying to squeeze anybody in,
you just keep spreading it around.
Just keep spreading it around. I could put it here, but it's like
I'm looking. I was just.
Sorry. This was the big page.
When were you last year or 2 years ago here?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was like right here. It's like
it was a very lucky moment. Todd McFarlane, where'd you find him?
Baltimore. He came once many years ago, but it started.
Bisley with the big one, nice.
This is all blank. I gave it to Dave Gibbons because I wasn't going to squeeze him in anywhere. Does it really big?
He had no idea,
Next person I got was Bill Willingham. And this is Bill. And he saw Dave take up this room, and then he starts doing this on my page, and I'm like, I'm a little freaked.
What, the rest of this page is mine too,
and see the arrows?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I'm freaking out a little bit. It's like, dude. At some point, not that long after, Fabian got this, and it wasn't all crowded like this. You could still see the arrows.
Right.
And he asked about it, and he goes, he started getting pissed off at Bill.
For you?
He's like, yeah, for me. It's like for somebody who, and Dave too, but two people who have got such a small footprint at Marvel to sign that big.
Very true. I didn't even think of it that way. You're right. I have a bigger footprint. I have about 1,000 Marvel credits.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do like that Simon went with the gigantic, fattest Sharpie possible too.
Yeah, it wasn't going to get much fatter, I don't think.
He must have at least been somewhat early on, yeah?
It was very early on.
Yeah. Bart Sears, I loved him. All of the Wizard I think he has the record for the most Wizard magazine covers.
I can believe that.
I was a fan of his when I was in high school. And then I don't know if you remember hearing about Cross Generation.
I remember Carlson.
Yeah, he was the art director there.
Oh, really?
He hired me there when I was 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
I got that phone call from Bart, and I was like, oh my God, this is like the greatest moment, not one of the greatest moments at that point in my life. I didn't know then that I would go on to eventually this page, on these ones.
This book actually all started with that page right there.
So you kind of started it in a weird spot, huh?
Well, I thought it was kind of cool with the McFarlane Spider-Man.
You got a lot of big names early on, didn't you? The original John Romita?
Yep. Yeah,
nice.
Junior's somewhere on there is Dick Ayers, George Tuska. Looking back.
So the 90s, the Sharpie's starting to get that yellow tint around it.
Yep.
That's interesting from the 90s, yeah. That's because of how old it is now, too.
It started that, so I started going to silver, and then at some point, because it was a lot easier to go to like a blue Stadler or a brand new Sharpie. It's just blue does better. It doesn't do this.
Interesting. No, it's cool because that just kind of dates it now. Interesting. How you doing, kid? Thank you. Yeah, I hadn't seen this book before.
But it's kind of cool. I eventually started like, oh, this is a good page. Like I got this yesterday. Jerry signed it yesterday.
Nice.
So I finally started going through on some of these. Don McGregor right there.
Some specific kind of pages for what they're known for.
And that was just this weekend. I haven't even done that.
Was that the first crossovers?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And in the 90s, and now once again, of course, about every
20, we're back to doing it again, right?
30 years. I think DC's in the position of needing the Marvel help this time. This one was so iconic for Arthur. Like, if you were going to get Arthur Adams again, on that one. That one was, they used it on t-shirts, on cutouts, on virtually everything in the late 80s, 90s. So he's another one that when I got to work with him in Marvel, I was like, ah, man, he was my childhood Wolverine. Yeah, I was going to see. Let's see. Let me see. Usually I can just flip to a random page and it's an Arthur Adams.
Yep.
Actually, two Arthur
The
Adams.
two Arthur, yeah.
Finch. Arthur's my color in George Press Conan. That was such a weird one because he's not really known for Conan.
Yeah, it's
All right,
true.
so you prefer over here, and I got a blue.
Yeah, if you got a blue, that's
You've
fine.
got your blue.
I got my blue.
I'll keep it consistent. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Scott Beatty, 25.
Yeah, these are all new, so whatever you want to do.
Well, since I have the same initials as Jack Kirby, and you're never going to get Jack Kirby,
Sounds good.
and because I have color Jack Kirby.
One of the artists I got, he started looking on the page and he goes, "Am I in here?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't think you were born yet."
This is a cool one to definitely date because you can have that history of
Absolutely.
how long you've been getting it done. I love that. Yeah, no, this was what, 92 you said ish?
I believe, 92, because
Yeah, I was 10
that's the
years
one.
So I definitely am not looking for myself, but I was seeing what they put in here, the golden age.
No, it's a great book.
Cool. Yeah, nice. It's got the history of basically, right?
Yep, pretty much goes through the Atlas early stuff and
Atlas, but was it Timely Comics?
Timely, Atlas. I mean,
originally, or I don't know. I'm not a.
to be honest, I don't know. I didn't
Timely
memorize
sticks in
which
my
one.
head, but I don't.
But I think Timely, yeah. And then Atlas, I think after that, maybe.
Well, thank you for getting me in here. That's cool. I just love a good wolf drawing.
Yeah, but she just started doing that. She's like making it up on the fly. I saw her here last
Part of
year.
the signature though, because the name is Wolf. I was like, why a wolf? The name Wolf.
It kind of makes sense. She, I saw her last year when I was standing in line for somebody, and I wasn't going to get any. I didn't have anything for her, but I'm sitting there for a long time watching her. Her personality, it was just like exploding. I was like, I got to get this person. I got to get an autograph from this girl.
So that was somebody you weren't familiar with before, yeah?
I mean, I'd known because I think the Doom cover from the Sanford Green series Doom last year, that one shot,
Okay.
she did one of the covers on that, and I think that's where I kind of knew her from.
Okay.
But I hadn't really known much about her. But yeah, I had a real good pleasure talking to her this year. Cool. Thank you so much. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I caught you mid-bite. Sorry.
Oh, it's quite okay. I'm just chopping lettuce.
I've got 3 books.
Oh, okay, great.
Exactly. How you been doing? So I've got What's it about college? No, college. He does. So I've got some questions.
Scott, thank you so much. I appreciate you spending the time.
Okay, so you're gonna have to do the same thing for your 2. So the top will be your CGC number, then your customer name, and then main vertical, how many books are in the order.
Okay.
So this CGC number right here.
That one.
Okay, yep. I think that's
That's my home show, so I'll see you up there. Yep.
We are on-site grading there as well.
Yep.
Thank you. pin for submitting with us
Yay!
today.
Awesome.
You're all
Do we
set?
still get to go over and pull one of the other pins? Or
I actually don't know the activation for that, so you will have to
I'll check.
ask Amber.
okay, sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you so much. Y'all doing the pin giveaway still? Cool.
Yeah, what do you need?
Yep, yeah, I gotta get in there. It's got auto corrected before I gotta change that to collector.
Oh, I got you.
Someone has it on Instagram, so that way, that's great. So that was the only way I could verify the information was right.
And there you go.
Yay!
Alrighty, and you guys looking to do the pins as well? Just start filling this out for me. Thank you so much. Reach in here.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Alright. I didn't realize so
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is a lanyard, guys.
Yeah, sometimes it's like me just gotta check the settings to make sure you guys the right look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because other times, I never want to have you guys send something back because I put the wrong information.
Thanks. Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
We have so many people. $27.94.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed some of the footage from the middle of day 3 at Heroes Con. It was an interesting group. I did go back to Al Milgrom. I don't know why I didn't get everything signed from him the first time, but at this point, the con is kind of I wouldn't say wrapping up, but you can get in and get through these lines a little bit quicker. But I ended up going to Al Milgrom, getting a few things signed, and then I went to Jason Keith. And Jason Keith is the colorist at Marvel that worked on the Red Hulk, or Hulk, when he first was introduced, and he was red. And that's one of his claims to fame. If you watch, I don't know if I've got it in the footage or not, but he has a banner, a pull-down banner there that basically says, the man who made the Hulk red. It's kind of cool. I guess you got to put your hat on whatever nail that you can find. And he was very nice. And I actually had a very long conversation with him, and I hope you enjoyed some of that. But I only had one book outside of the big Marvel book that I have been getting signed by a lot of Marvel artists there at the con. But I only had one comic to get signed, and that was Savage Wolverine. I was going to say Savage Dragon. Savage Wolverine #1. This is a Frank Cho book. Art wrote it, everything. But David Keith did the coloring on here. And you can see, where is it here? Up here at the top, Cho and Keith. I mean, he does, as a colorist, he actually gets second billing on this book because Frank Cho did everything else, the inking, the drawing, the writing, and everything. But I'd taken this to Baltimore Comic Con last year, and this was the only thing I had for Frank Cho that I had asked him to sign, and he actually did a really nice Wolverine remark without asking. And there's Frank Cho's autograph. Well, Jason Keith signed it right there. So I think most of my joy was actually just talking with him for a little bit. It was more than just getting the book signed. It was having that conversation, and that was pretty cool. From there, in the video you saw, I finally went over and saw Scott Hanna, and every book that Scott Hanna signed were books mostly drawn by John Romita Jr. that he had already signed. So it wasn't like I needed to go Scott Hanna without going to somebody else first at that point. And I had a very nice conversation with Scott Hanna. I don't know how much I actually put in the video right there, but he opened up about some things. I was a little surprised because he had missed Philly Fan Expo, and he kind of gave me the reason why. And I'm like, well, it's good for you. I'm glad you're healthy. It was a little surprising how much information he was giving me at that point, but the good thing is he's very healthy right now, and we'll leave it at that. So at this point in the con where I'm located, I am right next to the CGC booth, and I've got to go to CGC at some point. I did not have any books witnessed at CGC, and I had not gotten any books. I didn't drop off any books to have graded while there at the con, but I did have 4 books that I wanted to drop off there and to send back to CGC, and I might have, now I'm looking at my list, and I know I didn't do custom labels, but I couldn't, and I'll explain that in a moment. So I had 4 books, but 2 different orders. So the first book, and what I'll do is I'll take a graphic of the book so you guys will know which book I'm talking about. It'll come up right here. First book in its own order was Detective Comics 880, a Scott Snyder book. It has that wonderful Jock cover of the Joker that just recently sold for a lot of money. The original art just sold for a ton of money. Well, I'd had that book, and Scott Snyder had been to Third Eye Comics over, I think, 4 times over the last 8 months, and I finally took that and I had him sign that book. And I decided, because CGC has Jock getting ready to do a current signing at CGC, let's send this book in. So I have a 1-book order going into the signing for Jock down in Florida for CGC. It's going to have to be verified with Scott Snyder. So there's one order. And then the other order had 3 books in it, and none of them were going in for signing, but they were all going to go in for verification from JSA. And the first one was Thor 705. You've got this beautiful art germ cover of Jane Foster as Thor. And I had sent this in, as well as, actually, all of these books had been into CGC before, so I won't repeat myself, but I had sent this book in, and one of the other books that I'm going to mention, into the art germ signing. A year and a half ago. It's been a while. And I got that book back, signed by Art Germ 9.8. It is Heroes Return #1. I'm sorry, Heroes Reborn #1. And this one's got this beautiful Power Princess cover by Art Germ. He had signed it. I broke it open because Jason Aaron came to Third Eye Comics, and I got him to sign that book and one more book that I had sent in. So Heroes Reborn #1, I broke it open, had Jason Aaron sign it, and I ended up getting Mark Morales, the inker on the book, up at Philly Fan Expo. I got him to sign that up there. So I'm paying for 3 autographs on this particular book. And then the third one was and still in that same storyline, really. It's Heroes Return #1. It is the Storm Chasers. Is it Storm Chasers or Storm Breakers variant cover by Patrick Gleason. And a year or so ago, I had sent that book in, maybe 2 years ago at this point. I sent that book in for the Patrick Gleason signing at CGC and got these back. And all of these were 9.8s, by the way. All 3 of these books were 9.8s that I broke open. And all 3 of them, I took down to Third Eye Comics and got Jason Aaron to sign. Well, the Heroes Return #1, the Heroes Reborn #1, both went to Philadelphia Fan Expo, both of those books. So I could add Mark Morales to that. So that to book 2 was going to have 3 verifications on there. Once you get a book signed, you send it in for signing, it comes back, it's graded, whatever the grade is, doesn't matter, but it is a witness signature. But the moment you crack it open, you don't have a CGC witness or anything, that verification or that witness verification goes away. So now you've got to pay for a verification by JSA. So all of these are going to come back, whatever the grade is, unless something drastic happens, they should all come back as yellow label with the black JSA top border right there. And I think I said something a little bit ago, why did I have in 2 different orders? Well, obviously the one, Detective Comics, was going to go into a signing. None of these other books were going to go into a Jock signing. That's why there's 2 different orders. But one of the things I was about ready to say was, I love my custom labels on certain books. And I was about ready to say they were 2 orders because of that, but it wasn't the case at all. But what I wanted to say was, as far as I know, when you get something JSA verified on a yellow label, there is no custom label option at this point for any of those books. I'd like to see CGC up their game just a little bit on those books as well. I think they deserve to have their own custom labels as well. Anyway, guys, that is it. It is a quick video, a one comic book video but this gave me a chance to talk about CGC and everything like that. In the last video and the next video coming up from Heroes Con, we should wrap up everything. There's a number of artists in there, but again, a lot of these are going to be repeats. And again, I'm not going to show you books over for a second time, but I will talk about the artist when I meet them a second time, possibly. And I think I've got a couple artists that I forgot to film at all. So I will wrap up any books that I've got signed that I actually didn't have any, I didn't even talk about because I didn't have any footage from them. But I'll talk about that. I'll try to wrap up everything in the next video, and that will be it for Heroes Con. And then we'll get back onto a regular schedule of CGC unboxings. I've got some great unboxings. I got some kind of middle of the ground unboxings coming up that are already scheduled that will happen after we finish up with these HeroesCon videos. But if you enjoyed it, and I hope you have been enjoying these videos from HeroesCon, definitely give me a like, slap that subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the episodes that are coming up, whether they're HeroesCons or anything else coming up on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 8 p.m. And I would love to hear if you guys went to HeroesCon. Did you get things signed? Did you get any books? What was your comic book haul? Whether it was signatures, whether it was comics, I'd love to know. I didn't get any comics while I was there, so I'm a little jealous, but I got a lot of signatures. But I want to hear you guys' experience. Just let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you for the next episode. Just remember, until then, remember, every comic has a story.